we had the Tariff War, the Great Tariff War of 2025, kind of delayed before it even got started. The tariffs on Canada and Mexico have been paused for about a month. Big question is, how is this going to affect you? Let's ask my next guest. David Olcott's coming back on the James Show. And just imagine the average guy that listens to WBAP, average woman that listens to WBAP. What do they need to be concerned about with this tariff situation?
James, thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for coming back.
Let's talk. Yeah, thanks. Let's talk about, you and I as Americans, right? How is this going to affect us? And I think everybody knows the real thing that happens, the possibility of these tariffs going into place, especially with China, is going to be prices. And prices and, of course, wages are the conversation we've been having for the last couple of years, and how that affects inflation. So all those things are coupled together, and that's what we've got to keep an eye on. So the average Joe, if you will, really just need to focus on how's your household budget doing? How are your reserves doing? How's your own debt looking? And really just spend some time here in February taking a look at where am I located with this stuff, because as this stuff moves forward, I just need to be prepared for the opportunity that we believe is coming.
Yeah, so the pause happened to Mexico and Canada, but do we now have new tariffs on China that started this morning?
That's my understanding. And again, this is all part of a huge negotiation that's going on, and it's going to continue going on. And listening to the news, of course, just creates a lot more chaos. But Mexico and Canada had very good reasons for wanting not to have those tariffs, not just because of prices, but we have something that they want, and that's jobs and manufacturing. And a lot of those jobs in manufacturing that we're helping facilitate into Canada and Mexico are actually coming from China, which then creates our new bit of conflict with them.
So what are we asking China to do? Mexico and Canada already jumped. I guess China had a similar chance to do something, but they, I guess they turned it down. What's Trump asking of those guys?
I don't know specifically what he's asking, but we're asking him to be much more cooperative, which has not been their game. They play on their own rules and in their own way, and it's in for the long term. So the administration there in China is going to play what it wants, but what it wants from us, of course, is Taiwan.
Oh, yeah, that's a super good point. As far as a big chunk of our manufacturing base being from China, even if we do have tariffs that have been threatened to go up to 100%, it doesn't mean we're going to pay 100% on top of what we're paying from China. A lot of these will get resourced, either start to be made in America or maybe Mexico or Canada, who knows? Or we may find a new manufacturing base in some untapped markets like India or Africa. It'll just be interesting to see how fluid we can adapt if the tariff threats continue.
That's a fantastic point. And I think a lot of us need to hear that right now, because I think we're all on the edge of our seats because we're all hearing this news like prices are going to jump immediately. That's not how it usually works. It usually is a gradual shift in that stuff. But remember, prices are our kryptonite. We love low prices. We want to buy low quality or great quality stuff at a low quality price. And China knows this about us. So that's the chaos for the conversation they're going to be having with us is, hey, it's going to be jumping these prices up immediately. It's going to take time either way.
So you work for Samurai Success. Y'all do a lot of business coaching. What are you telling your clients right now?
4 things really to focus on. Go back to a time where we've already gone through this chaos, and we don't have to go too far back, which was the COVID situation. See how well you did during that time. Take an inventory of that thing. Next thing is really focusing on reserves. Focusing on working on your business, not just in your business. Looking ahead is going to be absolutely essential and imperative to business owners, because there's a lot of things happening in the world that you haven't seen before. They're coming your way, and you need to make sure you're looking forward to see what those things are coming so that you can take advantage of those.
See, that's not my personal strategy at all. I understand a lot of people have told me it's good to have some savings built up, 3, maybe 6 months of emergency savings. But I have this other strategy where I just take on a whole lot of credit card debt and then just eat the payments every month. So I may need to make some changes.
I know a great coach that can help you with that, sir.
All right. Where do they find your work? SamuraiSuccess.com?
That's perfect.
It sounds like an awesome video game. What do y'all do?
We're actually executive businesses that actually help people really focus on building that great net worth they've always thought they should and deserve.
All right. Well, thanks for keeping an eye on this with us. David Olcott, appreciate your time, sir.
Thanks, James.